Hi everyone, welcome to the remedy of the day. And today's remedy is aconite, Aconitum napellus. It's a flowering plant and it grows in the uplands of Europe and North America. And the keynote of aconite is that it's for anything that comes on suddenly and with great force, especially if exposed to cold, dry wind. So if you were exposed to, say, a cold air conditioner or a cold wind from sailing, you can take aconite to prevent yourself from getting any kind of cough, cold, fever, or any kind of sore throat condition from exposure to cold, dry wind. So aside from exposure to cold, dry wind, aconite is also good for fright or shock. So if you got into a car accident, if you got into a robbery, to prevent long-term trauma, you can take aconite. It's also a useful remedy for sudden, any ailment that comes on suddenly. It's also a good remedy for claustrophobia, palpitations, heart attacks, and strokes. We use a protocol of combining aconite and arnica as first line while you're still waiting for the ambulance, while you're waiting for the doctor, while you're already in the ER. It's good to give aconite in combination with arnica for strokes and heart attacks. That's always your first line of defense. Now, please consult your doctor, of course, before. This is not meant to replace visits to your doctor. This is my disclaimer. Aconite is also useful for heat stroke. It's also useful for any injury to the eye. That's a very strong keynote. If you'd like to know more, you can, hi Ron, hi Shilu. So I'm just giving you a remedy for the day. I actually have a class coming up this Wednesday. It's from 3 to 5 p.m. and it'll be via Zoom. So the class is only 2,000 to join the class. So what I'm doing for the class is, see, homeopathy is serious stuff. It traces its roots to Paracelsus, Hippocrates, and even as far back as the emerald tablets of the Egyptians. So this class, the basic class coming up this week, will narrow down this very thick book into keynotes, clinical uses, and applications for common diseases, emergencies, and accidents. So this is a really short video just to introduce you to aconite. Everyone must have this in their emergency kit. Very, very useful for accidents. In fact, I had a motorcycle hit me maybe about 3 years ago, and it's a good thing I had aconite and arnica in my kit. His helmet was completely cracked. He had a bump this big. He was in complete shock. And a lot of times you can die from shock. So on my way to bringing him to the hospital, I gave him a combination of aconite and arnica. By the next day, his swollen head had already gone down. And instead of like this amnesia type mental state he was in, he was already able to remember how the accident happened. So very, very important. This class coming up this week of basic emergencies and accidents is a prerequisite for those that want to learn more about respiratory. That's my course 2, is respiratory conditions, course respiratory and digestive, especially now with the COVID. Although in Kit 1, you'll already have remedies that can be prophylactic for COVID and some respiratory illnesses. Course 3 will be musculoskeletal, urogenital, and circulation, heart and circulation remedies. So, aconite. Hope to see you guys in my class. Take care.